my little Brushflies, welcome back to my channel Brushfly MUA. If you're new here, my name is Mercedes. I'm the face behind Brushfly MUA, and if you are new, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and if you're not new, hi, welcome back. Excuse the different camera angle, I'm trying something different, but let me know if you like it. But today's topic of discussion or usage is some Zoeva products that I found from TK Maxx a little time ago. I hadn't got around to using them and I was like, do you know what? I really want to play with them. I really want to see what they're like. So today I am using the Zoeva Cocoa Blend eyeshadow palette and the Zoeva Radiant Bronzer Highlighter in Lumi 04. And I am going to be doing a voiceover for the rest of the video. I'm not feeling 100%, my stomach's flared up. So I'm going to do a voiceover for the actual putting this on my face part. I hope you like it. Yeah, let's dive on into these products and see how they work. So first up, I'm going to be putting some of the bronzer on my face. Oh look, you can see my makeup table with my cup of tea, and I'm wearing my star headbands just because. So this has like a bronzer shade in it, as well as a little highlight section. You can probably swirl them both together or use them separately. I'm going to use them separately just because I want a bronzer and a highlighter. So they swatch really nicely. They do seem really pigmented, which is nice. They are very pigmented. As you can see, very pigmented. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need my blending skills today because I did put a lot on there. Oops. It does tone itself down later when I put a bit of powder on top, so please don't worry, trust in the process. We always trust in the process. I like to go down my neck just to try and sculpt it a little bit and hide my double chin. But yeah, it's a very pigmented one, but I do actually really like the formula. It is a very nice formula and it does actually give a really nice glow when I've blended it out. So I don't have a Zoeva blush, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Project Pan blush. And I've done my blush very quickly. And now I'm going to use my Project Pan powder just to try and dampen that down. And it's worked, it's toned it down. If you can hear talking in the background, my husband is talking to the neighbour. So now I'm going in with that highlight. It's a very golden highlight, but you know what, it's not too in your face. It's actually really nice. It gives you sort of a nice subtle glow. You can build it up as well. Just to highlight my nose, although I always highlight my nose and then I never like it. I don't like the whole shiny nose, so I always go ahead and try and tone that down. I don't know why. But yeah, it does give a very nice glow. I'm happy with this, I like it. So I'm now going to prime my eyes because I want to use the eyeshadow palette. So they're primed. Here is the eyeshadow palette. So it's a very coffee based palette. The shade names are Bitter Start, Sweeter End, Warm Note, Subtle Blend, Beans Are White, Pure Ganache, Substitute for Love, Freshly Toasted, Infusion, and Delicate Acidity. I can't say that word. And there it is swatched on my arm. So yeah, gonna go ahead. This is a really nice sort of neutrals palette, and I'm gonna go in with the matte sort of, I want to say like toasted brown with a hint of red shade. It's actually called Freshly Toasted. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with that one. The it's quite powdery, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. And it does have a lot of pigment. As you can see straight off the bat, there is pigmentation there. So yeah, looks really good. But as I was saying, it's a really nice sort of neutral toned palette. There are mostly warm neutral tones in this, And I remember finding this at TK Maxx and just thinking, you know what, it actually looks really sort of sophisticated and posh looking. So I was like, I want that in my collection. So yeah, I'm just sort of blending away, making sure it's all in there. Next up, I went with Substitute for Love, which is like a lighter nude brown, just to sort of lighten up and blend it around the edges, just because I don't want the dark everywhere. But it does blend really easily. Like the matte shades that I'm using, they were so easy to work with. You know, sometimes you use a palette and you have to really work and get to know it to be able to use it. This one, you can just sort of put it on and be like one and done. It's that kind of palette, even though it's a bit powdery. So I'm now going in with Sweeter End, which is a light sort of brown shimmer. I just like to sort of highlight, not dead on the brow bone, but just sort of around that area, just to give it a bit of glow. I don't like to take it too high, although I end up taking it high all the time. But sometimes for my eye shape, I don't think it suits me. There is a tiny bit of fallout, but nothing too horrendous. Okay, so I've gone in with concealer to sort of not do a cut crease, but just brighten up the inner section. And I'm going in with Delicate Acidity. I can say it. And this is sort of like a purpley toned nude shimmer, which looks really pretty actually. It looks sort of quite grey browny on the camera, but in person it does have more of a purpley undertone to it. And excuse the trout face that I'm pulling. Very glamorous for the camera. Quick tidy up. Okay, so now I'm going in with, was it Sweeter End again, or was it Subtle Blend? Ah, it was Subtle Blend. It's more of a dark gold. In the pan it looked a lot lighter than what I thought it was. It actually came out as quite a dark brown shimmer for inner corner highlight. So yeah, mucked that one up. Oopsie. Next up, I'm just going back in with the first shade that I used just under my lash line, or lower lash line, just to sort of marry the look together. I don't know why I like doing this, but I just do. I just feel it completes a look, although sometimes I won't do that. Okay, time for mascara. Okay, so this is the finished look. I have put some mascara on, which is the Maybelline Sky High, and some liner, which is the Lady Gaga eyeliner. So the Cocoa Blend palette by Zoeva, I love. I know I messed up with the inner corner highlight. It's too dark to be inner corner highlight, but I can deal with that. There was a tiny bit of fallout, but overall I really like this palette. It is a really nice selection of nudes, mattes, shimmers. I really like the formula. Yes, it's a little bit dusty. The ones I'm pointing at just now I hadn't used, so I don't know how they work, but the ones I did use worked really well. I really liked it. Like the formula, the mattes are nice and creamy and a little bit sort of powdery and chocolatey, but they work. They blend out, they're buildable, they're pigmented. It's what you want out of a palette. The metallic shades, soft, creamy, can be applied with a finger. Absolutely stunning. So I'm so pleased I have this in my collection, and I would recommend it to anyone. If you find it in TK Maxx, I would grab it. And I have seen a smaller version of this in TK Maxx, but I haven't tried that one. But yeah, love this. So glad it's in my collection. And that packaging, I love it. If my background looks a bit smoky all of a sudden, I've just spray waxed my hair because it was getting a bit flyaway and my fringe was annoying me, so yeah. The bronzer and highlighter, I do really like this. I do feel it is quite dark for me and pigmented. but I think with a light hand I can get away with it. I just have to be careful. It did blend out nicely and gave me a nice sort of sun-kissed glow, but like I said, I just have to be careful and use smaller amounts, not so heavy. The highlighter I actually really enjoyed. It gave me a nice glow. I can use as much or as little as I want. Overall, I really like this, and I find the packaging to be very sort of luxe looking. So yeah, overall I'm happy with the Zoeva products I have used. I would buy from them again. So yeah, I like it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!